Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy Tuesday to you all. Hope you're having a great day. If you're watching this at any other point in the week, hope you're having a great day, regardless of what day of the week it may be. We have got new music. It is now 6 p.m., so let's get cracking through the new music that has dropped today. Starting off with, I don't actually know if this is considered a rebrand or not, but KingDom, or formerly known as KingDom, now The KingDom, are back with brand new music. I don't know if this is still following along their historical concept, which was one of my favorite things about this group. But, well, they've rebranded into The KingDom, and they have new music out, not just a title track. I believe this also dropped with an album. Don't quote me on that. But if there are B-sides to it, I'll have to get around to them at a later date because I am swamped with coursework that I need to do for the next couple days. But we do have time to check out the title track, so that's what we are going to do. The KingDom's Flip That Coin. I'm very excited to check this one out because I believe last time we covered a song titled Flip a Coin, it was Pixies' Flip a Coin, which was part of their kind of A-B title track titled Karma, which was a terrific song. And KingDom have also had a song called Karma back in the day. So hopefully those two parallels continue because I quite like Flip That Coin. And I'm very excited to check out what KingDom's Flip That Coin is all about. So here we go! It is so bloomin' humid today. Like, I've got a big window open, I've got the smaller window open back here, and there's no cross breeze whatsoever, and it's just swelteringly hot. As a train goes by, that's a pretty standard problem that this house has, but yeah, I mean, there's a big old AC unit, but I don't want to run it because it costs money. Anyways, KingDom's Flip That Coin. I feel like I'm going to be referring to them as KingDom without the in front. I also don't know the members. I think Jahan's, maybe Mujin? Jahan? One of those two is probably going to be the only ones that I'll recognize, but at the end of the day, I'm just here for great music. So, let's find out what they've brought to the table.
Yeah. Woo. I don't care if that or two. Flip it. 나를 바라보는 시선을 넘어 계속 만들어낸 우리의 드라마 끝이 없을 것만 같았던 모험 속
Already, I'm loving all the layers we're getting in the vocals.
반복되는 패턴 속에 갇혀 Turn and run away 문제를 계속 맞춰 빠르게 build 다르게 more 쏟아지는 fail 정답은 바로 위변 속에 찾은 dream
Oh, I'm loving the groove. Lots of harmony work. Interesting. Vocal and bass going in unison. Fake drop. Okay. Slow it down, go into halftime for verse 2. There's so much layering going on vocally. I love vocal layering and stuff like that. It's quite clever. I feel like I haven't come across that many K-pop songs where the bass line and the vocal part are both in unison with each other on a chorus like that. Ooh, slow it down again. Oh, I love that. Oh, it's like, yes, they're starting to build another up. Oh, get a little glitchy with it for the dance break. Or is it an outro? What is happening now? Aww. Okay. First of all, wow, they have kind of switched directions, haven't they? Oh, I'm gonna miss all the historical elements to it, but the song itself, ooh, there's some tasteful stuff going on in that song. I love how vocally intense this song is, because there's vocals kind of everywhere. I mean, there's plenty of rap sections as well, but when you get vocals, you get vocals. And you don't just get one flavor vocals, you get, like, vocals with vocal seasoning and vocal side dishes. It's really cool. But for me, that final chorus is something magical. But let's go through. There's the initial vocal harmony hit that I really wanted to go back and just. I may have gone back a little bit too far, but also, is the oddly large spacing in between the words and the captions throwing anybody else off, or is it just me? I mean, admittedly, I don't really read lyrics when I do these, like, first MV watch-throughs, because I'm a more of an ears first type of person when it comes to approaching new music. But I could not help but just get drawn into the fact that those words are very widely spaced apart. Anyways, OCD aside. Harmony. The ooh-ah section. And then, right as we get into the flip it, and once it flips into the first drop of the chorus, it's that lone vocal part. It's like you're slowly adding into that harmony in the background, whether it's singing the same rhythm or where you're adding more of a like textural, more ambiance, just, you know, the ooh-ah section rather than the actual vocal part that's been layered beneath it. You're slowly feeling that harmony grow, and the harmony is almost acting like the white noise riser that usually comes with a pre-chorus in a pop song like this, and I think that's very clever. It's also very clever is this anti-drop. I'm not the biggest fan of anti-drops, but they're doing something very clever here that I really like. So essentially, what's happened here is you have your main vocal part, and then you have the bass part. These are like the only two moving musical elements within the song that carries a major tonal quality to it, or like a pitch to every note that's being played or sung. There's what feels like kind of pitched percussion instruments, but it's really not recognizable, or at least in terms of how much presence it has within that portion and the tonality that it has in that portion. The bass part and the vocal part is entirely in unison for that entire part. That's the only bit of the musicality that has pitch to it. And I think that's so cool because it's super minimal, but it creates this really cool texture where you get the pluckiness from the bass, but you get the smoothness from the vocal. They're doing the same thing. They're providing two different flavors, and I think that's very cleverly done. Because now we get the full drop with all the instrumental parts. Vocal harmonies. I think that's very clever. Very clever indeed. But for me, final chorus, and we'll start from the bridge again, but having a big boom vocal moment like that to cue in the transition, very cool. But this final chorus here, where they add in one little piece at a time and they slowly build up over the course of like 4 repetitions, they've done it in an entirely different style than the first 2 times around in terms of the chorus, because this is technically still that anti-drop. It's just instead of going anti-drop into the full drop, it's anti-drop and they're like drip feeding the intensity. So starting off with that super low, almost like vocal fry, like low voice that's probably closer to being like a whisper or like a growl than an actual like low bass part. Super cool texturally. Add a layer. Add a layer. Add a layer. 4 stages for this final chorus. And then we don't go straight into the normal melodic part. We get like a little choreo break, a little dance break, go super glitchy with it. And then you gotta bring back the melodic elements. Okay, well, you can have it back with this big grandiose vocal chord. Just boom. That is how you make a final chorus shine. That is how you make a final chorus just pack a wallop of a punch. Very tasty indeed. Very tasty indeed. It's... KingDom have covered so many different styles of music in the past, and admittedly, I'm not the most well-versed when it comes to their discography. In fact, I probably only know about half of their title tracks up until this point. But they've had such a wide range, and they've done each era to a style that's really fitting for the theme that they're going for. Admittedly, you know, that historical theme very much played into effect with the previous releases, and yeah, I don't know if this like rebrand constitutes the end of the historic era for KingDom. Do let me know if there's information on that, if you want to fill me in on what's happening with them. But if the last era with Coup d'etat truly was the end for historic KingDom, I'm going to miss it dearly as a big history nerd myself. As someone who's going into, well, their 3rd uni degree based around like architecture and history and stuff, I'm gonna miss the historical boys. But you know what? If the KingDom can produce this type of music that's got a tons of moving layers to it, but all works in the final product, I'm not gonna complain about it too much. Am I gonna be a little bit sad? Yes, that we're not gonna get the old KingDom, but hell, their music still has that high quality, so I'm not gonna be upset by it too much. But that's gonna be it from me today. Again, if I can squeeze in the time to do so, I may try and do the B-sides at some point. Again, I can't promise that, mainly because we're behind on music. I'm still doing uni work, and this week's release schedule is ridiculously busy. I'm also losing a day this week because I have plans, but if I can get around to it, I'll get around to them. If you recommend any B-sides from this album that I should particularly pay attention to, do let me know and things like that. But, you know what, admin stuff over. Wrap it up for real this time. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today: let's work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, an ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.